F1 sprint race weekend format set for reshuffle. Botas does not rule out returning to Mercedes in case of failure with Audi. Christian Horner may leave Red Bull, and Alpine unveils its new car. You will find out all about it in this video. F1 sprint race weekend format set for reshuffle. Changes have been made following numerous complaints about the conditions of the closed park, where cars were effectively locked into their setups after just one Friday practice session. There have been numerous instances where drivers sacrificed their starting grid positions for the Sunday race by altering their car setups. The updated format looks as follows. Free practice and sprint qualifying will take place on Friday, the sprint race on Saturday, followed by the Grand Prix qualifying at its regular time slot, and the Grand Prix itself will take place on Sunday. It is expected that this format will provide the opportunity to adjust the car between the sprint race and the Grand Prix qualifying session. The FIA has announced that regulatory changes will be introduced on February 28th, just a few days before the start of the season. Lewis Hamilton's move to Ferrari has activated the driver market. Now Mercedes needs to find a quality replacement for Lewis, which is practically impossible to do since all the top drivers already have long-term contracts. However, perhaps for the time being, it is worth choosing someone who is already familiar with the team and is not the worst driver. As far as I know, no burned bridges. But obviously my priority and biggest commitment right now is the Audi project, which is my main goal. But if that doesn't happen, then there really isn't any team I wouldn't go to. I know my priorities and have my list. Another potential candidate to replace Lewis Hamilton is Alex Albon, who had one of his best seasons. Albon states that he is willing to stay with Williams if they show active progress, but at the same time, he believes he is ready to fight for victories behind the wheel of a fast car. My whole focus is on Williams, and that's where I see myself. The rate of progression to me is also very important, so time will tell. I feel like I'm very close to my peak. There's always improvements to be done, and there's still areas to improve. But generally, with my experience now and where I am, I feel like I am deserving of a car that can score podiums and fight for wins. And that's just being totally honest with how I see myself. And who do you think could replace Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes? Someone from the current drivers? Or perhaps Mercedes should try to nurture their own Max Verstappen and choose a young Kimi Antonelli? Christian Horner may leave Red Bull. Rumors are swirling online about Christian Horner's potential departure from Red Bull. While it's all just speculation at this point, the situation is rapidly evolving and should be taken very seriously. Reports suggest that Red Bull management has initiated an investigation following a complaint from one of the team's employees. Allegedly, the complaint revolves around Horner's aggressive management style. The specific details of the complaint will be examined as part of the investigation. A hearing on the matter is scheduled for Friday, with Horner expected to be present. The team's F1 season launch event is due to take place next Thursday, February 15th, and there is a strong desire for the matter to be resolved before then. Also reported is that on Friday, Christian Horner will be visited by an external legal specialist in Milton Keynes. Following the conclusion of the investigation, Red Bull management will make a decision regarding Horner's future with the team. There will be no voluntary resignation, as Horner denies all allegations. Alpine unveils its new car. Analyzing the new aerodynamic details might be premature, as this may not be the final version of the car. We'll learn more during the tests in Bahrain. Regarding the livery, the team has presented two versions. The first one is the main livery with more extensive use of blue, while the pink one will be used in some Grand Prix races. Overall, there's a trend of reducing painted areas of the car to decrease its weight. A significant portion of the car is unpainted black carbon. It seems the FIA will soon be compelled to specify in the regulations which areas of the car must be painted. Otherwise, we might witness a peloton that looks something like this. That's all for today. Enjoyed the video? Give it a like and subscribe. Let's follow the latest news from Formula One together.